The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer greatly from the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised. Then Peter took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him. God forbid, Lord, no such thing shall ever happen to you. He turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are an obstacle to me. You are thinking not as God does, but as human beings do. Then Jesus says to his disciples, Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. What profit would there be for one to gain the whole world and forfeit his life? Or what can one give in exchange for his life? For the Son of Man will come with the angels in his Father's glory, and then he will repay all according to his conduct. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Peter went from being the rock foundation for the church to being an obstacle in a hurry. Jesus went so far as to call him Satan. All because he wanted to protect Jesus from harm. All because he was thinking as human beings do. For people, the solution to most any problem is just more of the same. We need more power or more violence. That's how we overcome the power or violence that is against us. We never really resolve anything. We just kind of overwhelm it. The pain remains and gets passed on. That means it'll come back sometime in the future, usually when someone else has the upper hand. Jesus realized we can't solve a problem with the same thinking that created it. More of what we're facing just won't work. We can't keep passing on the pain. Father Richard Rohr says, we will either transform the pain or we'll transmit it. Our world has seen enough of pain being passed on from person to person. Jesus had a different way. He accepted the cross. He accepted the pain. He chose to transform the pain rather than transmit it. He knew that was the only way he could conquer it. You have to die in order to rise. The only way to new life is to go through death. We call this the Paschal mystery, the dying and rising of Jesus. Jesus died to a quiet life in Nazareth and rose to being the Christ for all. He died to doing things the safe way and chose to follow and rose to following God's way. He died to just going along and rose to challenging the injustice he saw. He died on the cross, accepting the pain, and rose to new life. And he calls us to follow him in his way. That means that we need to take up the cross in our lives. We have to stop transmitting the pain. We have to stop following the way of the world. We have to make the Paschal mystery of Jesus our way. We don't just endure it, we lean into it. We take up our cross and we follow him on his way. We die to our own way and we rise to the way of serving others. It is said that insanity is doing the same thing the same way over and over and expecting different results. We have been following the way of the world for thousands of years with the same results. Jesus has a different way. Take up our cross. Follow him in his way. Follow him in his way. Transform the pain and rise to new life. On this Labor Day weekend, that's the work that we do as followers of Jesus.